This is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Aewtf.
What does that mean?
And how many people on the roster do the Destroyer?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to put over the PWG library.
I just think that people got fooled by the blood and girls bleeding.
Oh, man, those guys are awesome.
Hello, and welcome to Aewtf. We're going to review Dynamite from 6/18/21. So you know what that means. I'm here with the whole crew. This is a tape show because they have a magic vanishing cage, which is our first segment. I haven't talked to you guys about how you feel about this at all, so I'm kind of excited to hear. And my take might be a hot take, so anyone else who wants to go first, go ahead.
I was surprised they sprung for a full-on MMA cage. I was expecting like one of those little lion's den cages.
Did it have
Exactly.
did it have give like a ring? Because people were taking bumps in it.
No, it was a full. It's an actual MMA ring that had no give. But if you noticed, it had 6 sides because UFC actually trademarked any type of ring with 8 sides.
Oh, wow.
Dean Malenko taking that bump then is a lot more impressive because he took a really good bump in it. But anyone's what do you think of the fight? So Jason calls matches fights. He'll probably call this a work.
Yeah, right.
So
I thought the first round, the majority of the first round, I thought they did a good job making it look like a legit fight. But about from where they had Wardlow spring off the cage and do the Superman punch, it turned into a full-on wrestling match.
Yeah, I thought the first round, same thing, was very legit looking. But then I thought that it turned south when they just started standing there swinging at each other. And from there on, it was like, okay, they're just trying to remember the motions to go through. I did like the setup, but if it was going for the legitimacy of a MMA fight, and they've already set up, it's going to be 3 rounds. It can only be stopped by a tap out or submission or knockout. What would have happened if it would have went all 3 rounds? Like, they could have just randomly had the kid from the Wonder Years show up to be a judge or whatever. Like
Jason Hervey.
Yes.
You put some respect on that name.
Damn it.
I think he was a WCW executive at one point.
He was, yeah.
He's still an investor in a bunch of wrestling shit now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my real big note, was just if they were going for the legitimacy of it, they should have had judges.
That's a good point that I never realized.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. Same here.
Because what would have happened, in quotes, had it gone the distance? They would have just been like, okay, well, we should have had judges, so I guess you guys are just going to stare at each other.
I would have said they had 3 commentators. You can have the commentators be judges, but they had 4 for this fucking match because Taz was there for some reason.
Right.
I did like that Taz was there just because he's supposed to be like the shoot fighter guy. So I thought that was a good touch.
Yeah, JR never would have said up kick. That never would have came out of his mouth. So
here's my problem with it is I thought it was less stiff than a good wrestling match, and they had gloves on. So why were they working their punches so much when I think they work their punches more than they do in a wrestling match?
In the first round, they were pretty cognizant of it being they're in an MMA fight. They're trying to make their punches look good. But the second round, they straight up just started hitting with the inside of their hand with their palm. Like, why would you land a punch with your palm in a shoot fight?
Yep.
They did mention the heat at the end of the match when they were showing close-ups of Hager.
The movie Heat, the great movie from the 90s?
Yes. But it just seemed to me like Wardlow's cardio is just so much better than his, being the actual MMA guy. Like, after the first round, he seemed winded. Like, I don't feel like that was part of the act of, he's getting up on him. Like,
I don't have a lot of experience in real fighting, but I did wrestling for a while, and I will tell you, as exhausting as professional wrestling is, real fighting and amateur wrestling and MMA is like 30 times the cardio bandwidth.
Well, one of us here has done a worked MMA fight before on a show.
I was going to bring this up. I was waiting to get my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah, as the only one of us that has
The
worked
fake-
at an MMA fight, I made it look 1,000% more legitimate than this whole fucking thing, and kept it entertaining. I wasn't a fan of this. I mean,
I don't like him. I don't like real MMA, so I definitely don't like
Yeah,
it work.
that's
do.
where I'm at on it.
I do. I'm kind of with Draven at like the first round. I thought it wasn't good, but it wasn't necessarily bad. It reminded me a lot of when WCW used to do the boxing matches with I think they did Johnny B. Bad versus Arn Anderson. Maybe?
Yeah, it ended with somebody getting a bucket on their head, if I remember right.
I think so. And then I think they did one with him versus DDP. I think.
Weird.
I think they did 2 or 3 with Johnny B. Bad like boxing matches, and they were always.
He was a shoot boxer, right?
He was a legit boxer,
Yeah.
but these were always awful. They would always have stupid gimmicks like to finish them. But yeah, I just like towards the end, I get that it's a work and that you can't, you don't want your guys to go out there and legit try to knock each other out. But like then even at the end when Hager had the head and arm hooked, he didn't even have his body positioned right.
No, he didn't.
Like, just at least do some of the small things when it's not going to risk injury to the other guy to make it look more legit.
My whole thing is, why does Wardlow fight any different in an MMA fight than he does a wrestling match?
Yeah,
If
like
wrestling's
even
real-
if he accepted to meet Jake Hager in an MMA fight,
Right. If
He can
wrestling's real,
Well, I mean, he did hit a Rana, so I don't.
he did do a
100%.
Rana. That does make me, yeah, I was like, okay. But like, so if wrestling's real, that was supposed to be, you're supposed to present it as real, and MMA's real, why don't they look exactly the same if same guys are doing it?
right? Yeah, which is why you don't want to have this kind of thing on a
Right.
wrestling show. Like,
Right.
I mean, I
He
get
broke the fourth wall. The show's over.
Yeah.
I get that, that it's Hager's thing, but it just doesn't work. Now, I did like maybe one of my favorite things to come out of AEW is Jim Ross saying, "You son of a bitch," after
Yeah.
MJF punches Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
Like, he sounded like he was probably going to
Why don't we make a
gun
belt
MJF
for,
down.
why don't we make a belt for every member of Evolution and give it to him?
Yeah, it was classic JR when he just sounds legitimately pissed off.
Well, because that's super risky because he got Parkinson's in really bad shape.
Yeah.
That it did blow my mind. That was so I like. Okay, match aside, like when they come out, the presentation was great. The way it looked was great. The cage looked great. The
Yeah.
guys looked legit. Like the way they were taped up, they had the real referees. They did the whatever on their face, like so they don't get cut and all that
Agreed.
stuff. Yeah. So all that stuff was really good. The cornerman thing was good. All of it until they actually did the MMA. And I didn't like any of that. And then once the MMA ended, I liked it again.
Here's what I don't understand. So, why, like, if you're going to do this match, they should be smart enough to know, like you said, why would this MMA fight not look the same as we're supposed to be real fighting too?
Yeah.
So-
why is this so different?
So with that,
Technically, punches are illegal in wrestling. So
Right.
right there, that's why the matches look completely different.
But these guys weren't hardly punching anyway.
but let's go ahead and stick with that. So that's still fine. But the story of this match is that Wardlow basically got the better of Jake Hager and has a win over him, right?
Yeah.
He
Before.
came in a wrestling match, yeah.
So Jake Hager comes out. You beat me in a wrestling ring. I challenge you to an MMA cage fight. And Wardlow's like, okay, cool. What is Wardlow's motivation for actually giving a fuck and not just them jumping Jake Hager right from the get-go? Or him, like, jumping him from behind and it being just an angle and a heel thing. Like,
There
he's
may
already
be-
won.
there may be something to set a small seed of a babyface turn because after the match, he wanted to do we're going to bump fists and show respect thing until Spears came in and jumped Hager and they started the heel beatdown. I don't know. If
Yeah, I had 2 notes. One was if this was a WWE match, it would have went Piper Mr. T, and Sean Spears would have bashed the stool over someone within as soon as the first intermission happened. Then you wouldn't have to worry about the fact that they weren't really going to put effort in for the second round. And yeah, apparently we're about to get a Wardlow Brian Cage face turn situation where
you can do all of that by having the first round be what it was, and then, like you said, before the second round starts, Spears jumps in, bashes.
Wardlow's clearly upset with that.
Yeah, and Wardlow's like, "What the fuck, man? I had him. Like, why are you doing this?" So you can still tease that, yeah, and you don't have to fuck up with like making it look legitimate when they did a terrible job of it. There was so many different ways to book this that
I love that Wardlow turned his back to him during his entrance. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I mean, Wardlow looked awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how much a professional MMA cage costs, but they just sunk probably $10,000 into something they're only going to use once.
Also, I won't say where I can get this from, but an auction site that does like business auctions or whatever, my brother-in-law follows. He called me, which is random because I talk to him maybe twice a year, and I'm like, hello, and he's like, hey, I think I won an MMA cage, like a full-size octagon. Would you know anybody, or would you want to use it? Or I was like, no. I mean, I'm sure and he goes, and it's in your price range. And I said, I doubt it. I don't want an MMA cage. He goes, well, it was $10. I was like, are you kidding? He's like, yeah, right now the winning bid's $10 and I have it. So I don't know if he won it or not. But
he won it and sold it to Tony Khan.
Yeah, so then he sold Tony Khan. But I was like, hey, if you win it for $10, I'll sell it to some promotion. Don't worry, I can get rid of it for you. But yeah. So there you go. I might have an MMA octagon.
I also feel like there's a slight possibility that they do have an MMA cage like on the facility in the gym.
Oh, they could.
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I feel like they just bought everything they could possibly think of and threw it in that whole facility.
Or you can rent it, just like renting a ring, right? Like, there's got to be some MMAs down in Florida that you just be like, hey, we're going to rent it and we're going to buy our own canvas.
Yeah, but they have their own canvas shaped already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you get a custom canvas made for whatever ring you're going to rent.
I did like that they put that effort into it.
Canvas, you're going to throw in $30,000 on a cage or whatever, right?
Yeah, well, but that's that's pocket change.
Yeah, it really is cheap for him.
True.
And they'll probably use it again. It's just something they'll stick back there to, in a storage case. Because if they keep having Jake Hager on there, and they're going to do this again sometime. So
they'll just give it to Hager and be like, here you go. This is
the only way I rubber stamp another MMA fight on AEW is if it's Sheeta and Tay Conti.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar. They do triple threat.
No,
right?
they're both.
Yeah,
they're both legit fighters.
So
Yeah, Conti's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu person.
But again, that goes back to like, how do you'd have to really like why would you have a real fight on a pro wrestling show? Like, it kind of goes back to that.
Yeah, it's
They're all real fights.
I mean,
Exactly.
like you have more rules, I guess, sort of, but like I don't know. Anyways.
All right, let's move on. We all kind of feel pretty much the same about it. So next we have the handicap match with Men of the Year versus Darby.
Skipping a bunch of promos. Skipped a couple promos.
Oh, I skipped the Eddie King. Sorry. Anyway, post-fight, there's 9 promos, but they do the post-fight gimmick with Sammy Guevara. We kind of talked about that a little bit. But and then the Dean Malenko bump was awesome and sad and scary.
Then we get the Kaz, Eddie Kingston.
No, first is Frankie Kazarian and Eddie Kingston and Penta.
That's who Kaz is.
I said Kaz. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Taz.
I get where that could be confusing. Though.
My bad. But and then he has the mystery shirt that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. What do those initials mean again?
I assume it was an F, a D, and a C for Fuck Don Callis, but that's just a total guess.
And then I think it was the D possibly a B.
That was more the concern. I couldn't figure out what the letters were.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was something to do with California, but I couldn't figure out what.
Maybe.
But I liked the one thing I liked about this promo is that Kazarian basically cut an Undertaker promo where he was just saying biblical sounding things, whereas Undertaker usually just says spooky, scary things. But Kazarian was being all biblical. And then Kingston
was great.
He just summarizes everything Kazarian says in 4 words. And it sounds 1,000% more badass coming from him.
Cats had all this fire and all this like clearly rehearsed material that was starting to sound a little hokey.
Yeah.
It took 4 words
Yeah.
from Kingston to make it
Yeah.
seem like shit.
Yeah, I really like that.
And then Penta jumped in there at the end.
He said something.
Yeah.
He wants us to know he has zero fear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he let us know again.
I do like that. The phrase that Eddie Kingston said was, "I hope God takes your souls because your asses are ours."
Yeah, it was a good quote.
There's a lot of ass stuff later on we'll talk about. I got
Yeah,
some
there
things
was.
about, but Team Taz is then backstage, and so here's the whole thing: these Taz promos. Why has Taz got to call out Ricky Starks on TV? Can you not said this in the back, like when they weren't on TV?
It's more. It means more if you say it on TV because you call them out in front of everybody.
These are world famous superstars. If you just like talk to the dude backstage, he's gonna be playing on his phone and not paying attention. If you do it in front of a camera, then it counts.
Ah,
Yeah, he's out there thinking he's about to cut a promo. Then all of a sudden, Taz calls his ass out for something. I did like just a random thing. I like that Taz was wearing a, I think it was like a Team Taz football club shirt, like a football jersey of some sort. Seeing as how it's
Do you mean soccer?
football.
Foot.
It's the football because it's like that time. I think the Euros are going on right now.
Who would know that?
A degenerate sports gambler would know that. Okay,
Okay, I'll accept that
would
answer.
fucking know
Okay,
that.
let's have this intervention now. Cash
You can talk all you want. I'm not changing.
Cash gambles on Russian table tennis. Legitimately.
I had an inside guy. I don't now because I don't have him anymore.
He legitimately does.
I'm a guy for that.
I randomly found him on Twitter.
And he's like, dude, this guy's got such a hot streak. I've won like the last 10 rounds. Like,
Dude, the reason I quit following him, like I quit betting on it or using him as a betting guy, is because he put his shit behind a paywall. Because he doesn't fucking lose.
That's how drug dealers work. They give you.
I didn't pay for it. I don't follow him anymore.
Oh man!
But no, when I randomly found the guy, he only had like 30 followers.
And so, Draven, Jason, you should have seen. I walk into Cash's office when we work together, and the first thing out of his mouth is like, "Dude, I'm winning so much money on Russian table tennis." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I legitimately did too. Like, I killed it with that guy, and then as soon as
was he the choreographer for that movie Hot Balls of Fire or whatever?
maybe I don't know who he was. But like, there's certain guys that, like, if they get enough followers, or girls, if they get enough followers on Twitter, like a lot of fucking followers, and their picks, like are always on, they'll start to actually change the odds, like within seconds of them tweeting, and then you're kind of fucked. Like you can't get to it quick enough to do the bet. But this guy, no one followed him, so it didn't matter. Like he'd put out these ridiculous picks, and I'd just be like, yeah, sure. They're always winners.
He's probably just like some random janitor from Russia.
Probably. Like I once, while like it was going on the FanDuel app, which thanks for our new sponsorship from FanDuel.
Send us a check, FanDuel.
Send us a check. Just give me some money, FanDuel. I need it.
He's just gonna give it back to you.
Yeah.
Right.
This intervention is failing miserably.
So real quick, just to tag on to this Russian thing, there's an option on there where you can like watch certain things live, and it just gives you like a little preview video. And they were showing like the preview videos of these table tennis tournaments. I don't know if it was just because of COVID or if this is what these look like, but they're in these little boxed off rooms where it's just the two players and like a judge. And there's like
they're prisoners, they're held captive.
I legitimately think they might be prisoners.
Like they were,
and you had no problem betting on them.
No problem at all. What'd you say, Jason?
They were in like handball courts at the
like tinier. I mean, like the box was just big enough for the table, the two players, and the judge.
That's what she said.
Wow. That's a weird thing she said. All right, your intervention failed.
Speaking of ping pong balls, we had Darby Allin versus
good segue
versus Men of the Year. That worked. Well, that didn't work, as the jugular would say. But so they do. It was Darby Allin and John Cena versus Men of the Year.
Yes.
So John didn't get in. Big surprise. I thought this was, for what it was, I thought it was good. And if mid of the year lost, they might as well break them up and like send them back to dark, because 2-1 they had to win this. I think they gave Darby enough, but they couldn't give him too much, or it was really make them look bad. So I actually thought this was pretty decent.
Well, it also helped that they actually, for at least the first part of the match, held to legit tag team rules.
Yeah.
So they weren't just like, hey, we're just both going to get in here and beat the shit out of this guy.
Also, Darby shouldn't zip tie people's feet. That's a very heel move. Even as 2-1, you agreed. You agreed to 2-1. Why would you cheat because it's 2-1? You said you could do it.
Well, let me give you the real. The referee was Rick Knox, so of course it broke down. He couldn't keep control, so Darby had to keep control for himself.
If Wardlow and Brian Cage are becoming faces, Darby is slowly becoming a heel. Next week, he's going to take it out on Sting, because although he told Sting not to come, he expected him to know better and that he was going to show up to help.
Check out the rest of the story at jasonsfanfic.com.
No, mention the most important part of the whole 10-minute segment, the State Farm Backyard Wrestling commercial that aired.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What?
Yeah, I forgot.
Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy in the backyard of some State Farm agent.
How do you sign up to win that? Because, like, I'm okay with that.
And also Christopher Daniels wrestled again, so we get to see him in his big retirement match, and then he wrestled for a State Farm.
He didn't team with Kaz, though. That was a stipulation. If Kaz wasn't in the he's good.
So when we talk about Christopher Daniels' retirement, everyone's like, yeah, when he retired in AEW, I'm like, no. He wrestled
retired in the
that.
backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like this at all.
Really? I thought it was, for what it was.
I'm pretty much with Tim. I thought it was well laid out. I like the hot tag fucking pretend thing where he tagged himself, and I thought it was...
And in my opinion, it did nothing for anyone involved.
Wow.
We already know that Darby is tough and that he fears nothing and he'll fight anyone and he's hard to keep down. We already know this. But then, like, the men of the year just at times kind of look like goofs. It was just, to me, it was, it just wasn't needed.
Well, I have a question then based off that. So we know Darby's a tough guy and he's this and he's that. So are you saying why put him on TV? Because we already know everything about him? Because that's what it, like...
No, but...
It's an episodic show. He's got to be on the show. You got to do something for him that fits his thing.
Don't do it at the expense of two guys you're trying to push us.
Are they trying to push him, though?
I mean, they're on TV a lot, and they're involved in, like, a feud with Sting and Darby Allin, who's your boy. So, I mean, who's their boy?
Wait, why is Darby my boy?
Their boy.
Their boy, AEW's boy.
Yeah.
He's your boy, Blue.
So,
if he was my boy,
one problem I had with it is, so Darby Allin can sell, like, thrown to the pole, and it looks spectacular, right? And he can sell, like, just getting thrown in the guardrail, you're like, my God, he's dead. But then he takes the Ethan's
terrible edge.
Yeah, Ego's edge. And I'm like, really, dude? You got your feet down first?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I thought that was really weird, and especially because it was a finish. I was like, oh, if it had been like they pulled him up and then did another move, pulled him up and did another move or whatever, and then beat him, okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, he didn't even take the finish good, and he takes like a hip toss like he's dead, but then he doesn't take the finish right.
Is that how Ethan Page always hits that?
He doesn't drop to his knees. He always just kind of throws them, but they usually land on their shoulders.
Kind of like Hernandez, like the border toss is kind of the way he does it.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the way he always did it or if he just did it this time, and that's why it looked awkward.
No, he always does it that way. And Darby's taken it 1 million times and normally lands on his head.
So he probably knows that it sucks and he doesn't want to take it, and that's why he sandbagged it.
I get that, but then he takes everything else the suckiest way you can, like as far as pain goes. Like,
speaking of pain, Jason?
The Ego's edge was very rough, but I was very confused. When he first got up onto the turnbuckle, he was facing the wrong way. Like, he was facing into the ring, and JR's like, is he going to try and hit the Ego's edge? I'm like, how is he going to do it from that angle? So I thought he was going to do some sort of Pepsi plunge, something crazy, and then it just was his regular finish, and it just looked like a hell of a landing on it.
Let me give you one tip. Don't expect anything crazy out of Ethan Page. He's not that kind of guy.
Here's some breaking news. The Detroit Pistons have the #1 NBA draft pick this year.
Oh,
Never heard
Cash
of
has to take a 5-minute break to go on FanDuel. And
Right.
so let's see whose career they're going to stall out.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm putting $1,000 on them to win the championship next year, right now.
that
You dumb
young guy,
bastard.
he's up and coming.
Has anyone ever done like the Razor's Edge, but like I wouldn't ever want to take it, but the Razor's Edge, but like reversed, to where you're like,
Lance Armstrong's finisher.
Yeah.
is it?
He makes them do a flip so they still land on their back, but he's
Oh no! I'm talking like Razor Ramon, Razor Edge, but them facing forward.
You're talking the bump like I do the reverse orange crush bomb. That is so dangerous. I've only done it like twice.
So just a Razor's Edge where they land on their belly and their belly's on your back?
Or their face.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would work. I feel like you'd break a guy's neck though.
Yeah, right. I don't think that the other guy's body would be able to do that right.
As long as he gets his shins up over their shoulders, he would be okay. But if his knees get caught behind their shoulders, he's dead.
I have seen it before. It doesn't look as good as you think.
Look, I'm trying to think of ways to show up at this WVWE or A fuck show and hurt everybody. So
Hey, that would be a good
there's a fuck show?
Oh, wait. And they're our new sponsor. Damn it.
Damn it.
these fucks got the City Park Pavilion.
Did they really?
Yep.
Yeah, but I told you guys a long time ago I destroyed the bathroom there, so we're good.
Yeah, but it's like
You guys know how that was me that day, right? I'm pretty
yes.
sure I told you.
Yes.
We've tried to get that building so many times.
Yeah,
and
we've
Does
called
Jason know that
multiple times.
story?
I think you told it on the podcast.
No way.
I think you just told it like an episode or two ago.
Jason, did I tell a story about how Wicked got fired because I clogged the toilet?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
We have a good editor. He'll just cut this part.
We
Okay.
hey, we don't.
Oh, no.
Who told you?
No. Tell me
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
For the first time.
So those fucks got it, which really pisses me off.
So speaking,
But let's explore why that pisses you off.
Because
we wanted to run it.
and the
they
reason
wouldn't let
why we were given that we can't run it and they wouldn't even listen to us is because other fucks have ruined the building for everybody, and those fucks include Mike Howerton and
Wicked.
Wicked.
And Chris Kahn with his
And
baby
Chris
oil.
Kahn, yeah.
Baby oil.
But Mike Howerton's bullshit group of fucks ruined it, and who else ran there right after? Who was Don West's merry band of assholes? They ruined it.
Let's clarify, not TNA commentator.
No.
What happened?
No, different.
No. Just the shitty wrestling promotion in this area. They fucking ruined that building, so they wouldn't even let us they wouldn't even hear us out.
So how did the other people get it?
We don't know.
Apparently they have somebody that is in that quote unquote promotion is friends with somebody in on the city council. Is the word I'm hearing.
So here's what you do, and I'm stealing this from It's Always Sunny. You figure out when the city council has to vote on it, and you go and poke a hole in the tire, and then they can't vote, so it doesn't pass.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that episode again. I know what you're talking about, but I need to watch it to make sure I know how to execute it properly. Yeah, that's my rant. We run a good promotion with trained wrestlers that know what they're doing, and
I don't know.
We can't get a building.
6 minutes.
What?
I said I don't know about that. I was your champion for 6 minutes there.
Well, we've had a couple bumps along the way, but we can't find a building that's good and affordable. But these fucks, these untrained, dangerous fucks, they get it. So I'm happy about it though.
Speaking of untrained fucks and turds and
Oh no, I did not mean to set this up.
Caesar Bononi,
great tonight.
Caesar Bononi versus Orange Cassidy is next.
I when I saw this match was happening, I got very happy because I knew how you were reacting.
So here's the thing: I loved that they were spray tanning him and trying to do his hair on the outside.
I love that gimmick.
I love that.
I
gimmick.
know, but made the best friends look dumb just letting it happen without interfering.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I never thought. Thanks for ruining it for me. I never thought about that. I also loved what's his name, holding Caesar Bononi in the air, going, no,
Yes. Yes.
no, for 5 minutes.
Peter Avalon.
Yeah, Peter Avalon holding him like he died in the ring tragically was hilarious. But nothing else mattered.
I might be misremembering it, but when they were doing the makeover gimmick thing, wasn't Cesar Bononi, where the fuck his name is, wasn't he like kind of like in between them and the best friends? Or no?
There's
No.
3 of them. How can he be in between 3?
He was in the ring, and they were on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Well, then, yeah, they just look stupid then.
And the ref
multiple
was just
times.
pointing at him, and they were listening for some reason.
Okay. Well, yeah, they just look dumb then.
It took too long to set up, but the dive that Orange Cassidy did, where he
Yes.
slingshotted off of
Yeah.
Best Friends, was pretty fucking dope.
I like
Yeah.
that a lot. I like the finish a lot.
I hope we work some kind of multi-man match because I want to throw you like that.
Oh god. My center of gravity is a lot lower than you think, man.
I really love the finish. How they got like everyone involved. Chuck countered fake Dolph Ziggler's interference, and then Chris Statlander booped JD Drake's nose, and then Bononi turned around into the punch. So I just liked how I guess Trent didn't get involved, but everybody else did.
So I mean, for being Orange Cassidy or Bononi, thinking I'd hate it, the guy just going no the whole time at the end.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Even the promo beforehand, he's all, "I'll make you pretty."
Yeah.
What? Is that really their catchphrase?
It is now.
It's not their catchphrase, it's their mission statement.
Yes.
Oh.
And like to go along with Peter Avalon holding Bononi's head and being dramatic, I was so happy that they cut back to it because I thought we were only going to get that split second of it, and I was like, "Oh man, that was good." And then when they cut back to it and let it really happen,
Well, it's like the
Yeah, man, there's real emotion. Like Christopher Daniels is retiring, they're not going to show you that.
right.
it's like the Peter Griffin holding the knee, going it
Yeah.
keeps coming back to it. That's what made it funny.
Now, and I know that someone on this cast does not appreciate either of these workers, but Orange Cassidy legitimately was headlining a pay-per-view 2 weeks ago for the title, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
That
I don't know what happened.
And now,
He didn't headline, they went second to last.
oh, okay, then never mind. I was gonna say, but now he's in this. We're gonna make you over because you need to be pretty with us. Match feud thing, like what?
hope this
It's
is
not a
one-off.
match feud thing. It's a one-off job match where they're just getting the guy on TV and feel good moment and all
We'll
that.
see.
I hope
just
it's not.
it's like putting a third level guy into a Hell in a Cell match the night after a pay-per-view when he hasn't won a match on TV in over a month.
Oh
But,
no!
you know, whatever.
And the reason that match has happened is because his partner challenged the guy that he ended up fighting in the Hell in a Cell.
Right.
So that made sense.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Reference.
from Caesar Bononi to more asshole talk. Alex Marvez is trying to talk to Jungle Boy coming in the building. And then Kenny Omega shows up on a golf cart with Nakazawa and Don Callis. And then he says that he is going to get up in his asshole. And they have to censor Kenny Omega. So that's just weird.
That's a thing, man.
And Jungle Boy's look when he says it is great.
Yeah, it's so weird. And then he's like the whole, I got a picnic for you. And let's see what's in the basket. I got one knuckle sandwich and another. So is he?
This was like a bad 80s villain from an action movie. I loved it.
Yeah. I do love how Nakazawa tried to get back into the cart when the fight wasn't going away. Kicked him out. Yeah, that was funny. This actually wasn't too bad besides just being weird. The same weird amount of Kenny Omega is always weird with the.
One thing about it too, the camera work for it didn't look like the other backstage things. It was shot really well. Like there was a different type of camera or something used. It just looked much better than they normally do.
I didn't see the segment actually. I remember it. Like I mean, it was on as I was watching, but then I was also watching basketball.
Table tennis.
Table tennis. I was watching an NBA game on the TV, so I was distracted, so I didn't hear any of it.
Yeah, NBA. Yeah, we trust you.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why
National
AEW
Backgammon
is
Association
mailing in shows right now.
Yeah. Then we get the Hardy family office with Marvez. They're talking about Christian. And did Christian and Matt Hardy shake hands and I didn't see it, or is Matt Hardy just making shit up? Is that what we're... He said he had a handshake deal with Christian to join the Hardy family office?
Making shit up. I don't even know what you're referencing. I just want to get in my great line about despite all his rage, Christian Cage was just locked in a cage. I bought it.
You fucked it up.
Oh.
Wait, everybody, hey, everybody, forget the last few seconds. Those never happened.
But yeah, Matt Hardy had a line where he said, we had a deal when we had a handshake deal, and that's a contract for you to join the Hardy family office, and now that you didn't, there's consequences to breaking that contract.
It may just be something as stupid as they shook hands at the beginning of that battle royal before Matt turned on him or something. I don't remember that, but that's what he's referencing.
I was trying to set Draven back up to do his joke again. And
I'm a good editor. I'll just send it and he'll put it in post.
Who told that you're not right?
He's gonna be so disappointed.
This was okay. I mean, it was whatever. I really wish that once he locks Christian in, Matt Hardy would have said some random line about like there being a tiger in there too. And then, like, I don't know what I really wanted. I wanted to speak.
There's a goddamn cougar in the car.
Like, something. I don't care about these guys. I don't care about their feud. So I at least wanted it to be, like, goofy and over-the-top Matt Hardy.
Here's the thing that sticks out in this whole segment. I thought there was good fire by Christian. I do think it was dumb in that, okay, so you walk the fence. Is Christian not able to climb a fence? This guy that's climbed 20-foot cages before all of a sudden forgot the fucking ability to climb. He's just like looking around for a hidden door that's painted on or something. He looked like an idiot.
I wish they put a camera in the corner and we just keep checking in on Christian over the next few days just to see what happens. Like,
that's the other thing. Like, are we to believe that unless Matt Hardy feels nice enough to let him out, that Christian now lives in this cage? Like, Christian reacted like it was.
They have janitors.
Yeah, Christian reacted though like this was a situation that he just was never going to escape.
Also,
well, you know, they say, despite all his rage, he's just Christian Cage.
Nope, you bought you.
God, I'm
applauding
no editor.
He's line. He's Christian locked in a cage.
Uh-huh.
The line.
You mean despite all of his rage?
Yes.
So
he's still just
thank God we have such a good editor.
My whole goal of this whole podcast is just transition awkwardly every time. So
we're trying to do the entertainment part, and you're just trying to keep us on track.
Yeah. So speaking of cage doors opening, Cody comes out of his special little entrance.
Man, you reached for that one.
Yeah, that was a deep one there. Then Brock Anderson does not get to use a special entrance. And then
am I wrong thinking that Brock Anderson's built like a saggy bag of shit?
Yeah,
he's even built like his father. Is what I
so Arn Anderson was not a body guy by any means, but he had muscle mass.
Yeah,
over it. He looked like an adult. This man looks like a child.
So as a fat man, I am okay saying he has a muffin top.
So I listened to Jim Cornette's comments on this because I want to see what he thought of Brock Anderson. And he was like, he needs like just some weight up top. He's like, I don't care if it's fat. I don't care if it's whatever. He's like, and then his dad is famous for saying, and Triple H quoted this one time too, brown fat looks better than white fat or whatever. And he's like, and he didn't have a tan either. Yeah, tan fat looks better than white fat. He's like, so why wouldn't he have a tan? So yeah, I don't. And Cornette's thing was, it wasn't fair to Brock Anderson be put in this spot as your first match. Like it just didn't make in front of a live TV, like whatever. I kind of feel the same way. Aaron Solo and TT Marshall, they're fine. The match was okay. The hot tag was decent. Like,
I may have a different take on this than everybody.
I thought the match was just there.
All this is just another step in Cody turning heel.
Mm-hmm.
I am 3,000% in on that, especially the way the ending laid out.
Yeah, he was like, hey, instead of getting the finish, we got to do this weird assisted dive nonsense that made no sense at all, and then it looked terrible.
I think that's just Cody doing dumb stuff. I don't think he's
and
Brock
Cody's
gets
just
the win.
sitting there.
Brock gets the pin, and him and Arn are celebrating in the ring, and they do like a quick cut to Cody, who's on the stage just like looking in so fucking angry at the guy for stealing his spotlight. It is
I
100%
didn't take that
Cody
as all.
turning.
I took that as Cody was bowing out and letting Brock have his moment.
No.
That doesn't make any sense. He's his trainer. Why wouldn't he go in and fucking celebrate with him?
Or he
was
still
giving
could have
him-
been clapping from over there and just not been in the ring, but
Or a thumbs up or whatever the fuck, yeah.
I thought he was looking at him in admiration and giving him his moment and being like, yeah, he did it. That's the way I took it.
do it.
I am with Straven and Jason.
Wow.
I think this is all leading up to Cody doing a heel turn. I thought Brock Anderson looked, body-wise, I agree with everything you guys say. But, like, as far as, like, entering skills, I thought he looked fine. Probably not going to set the world on fire, but.
I did like his corner shoulder thrust he did.
Yeah.
Those look fucking great, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they did.
I do have a question about Cody's special entrance.
Mhm.
And I don't know if Draven has an answer or not, but like, kayfabe-wise, did they ever explain why he gets a special entrance?
They have not, but I've always just assumed it to be he's an EVP, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and he just gave himself his own fucking entrance.
Okay.
Mhm.
Same reason Kenny Omega for a while there just had a random sheet in front of the tunnel before he came out.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did.
That's his trade-off on not getting another title shot for a while.
Okay.
Well, he was doing it before the title shot thing. So my view of this match may be a little different than everyone else. So we've all been there where we're on an indie show, and there's a locker room veteran that really knows their fucking business. Like, they may not be the greatest worker in the world, but they just know where the fuck they're working and know the style to work in front of that crowd. And
First of
that's
all, I
what
can
this
hear
match-
you.
Good, I stopped talking so you can hear me anymore.
Oh.
No, it just seemed like Cody was working this match like an indie vet that knew his crowd. He was hitting all these cool spots and good pacing and stuff, except anytime Brock was in the ring. Then it just came to a screeching halt, like he wasn't ready to be in the ring yet. I thought the match overall was fucking great, except for Brock Anderson.
Really?
And it's not his fault. It's just he's not ready to be in that spot yet. He
I
doesn't have-
agree. I agree about that. But I thought he did fine for what he was. But
Yeah.
he did a really cool DDT reversal where QT was going for Cody's move and he did the little swing thing.
yeah. So this I have a transition, but I only have the transition, and then the transition leads me going to pee. But next, Jake the Snake, and I gotta go get my snake out. So you guys go ahead.
That was
Dear
the worst
God.
one yet.
Wow, that was.
They'll get worse.
Thank God we have a competitor.
You can't have a 5-minute explanation with that kind of shitty payoff.
Right.
I don't remember a whole lot from this. I just remember Jake Roberts, he bitch slapped Archer, I think, right?
No.
Listen,
Trying to talk, Archer snapped the fuck out, basically said shut the fuck up, and Jake looked like a battered wife that was scared for his life, and Archer walked away.
Oh, okay.
Jake said the reason this man is not a doctor is because he has no damn patience.
Jesus
That is great.
At the time, but a few drinks in, I laughed at that one now.
I gave the show 100 just for that one line.
Just for that. Yeah, I don't really remember a whole lot from this promo. I don't know what they're leading to, but like I guess
I don't even
Archer's
know if it's leading to anything. I just think they are cognizant of they have a lot of guys on the roster and they want to try and feature as many people as they can, even if it's 8 seconds a week.
right. I think they might be because last week they had him just come out, murder a guy, and then head out, and it came after like Sting told Roberts to whatever he told him about Archer, like get control of him or.
See, like I know what you're talking about with the Sting thing, but for me, those stories have already disconnected. There was too long between that and Archer didn't do shit. Then he went off to work Miro. Like it's not connecting.
Oh, but I think like what might end up happening is this is gonna like turn into like Roberts can no longer control Archer kind of thing.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. They might not do anything. Like you
They
said,
got
it might just
the
be,
guy for Jake to manage on the roster. Don't they have what's that guy that teams with Luther? Isn't he like a Snake Man guy or something?
Serpentico.
Yeah, that's a snake, right? A serpent?
Yeah, Serpent.
There you go.
So yeah, we could get Serpentico versus Archer. I think Serpentico is about 4'6", 100
Someone I
pounds.
look up to.
100-pound nothing.
100 pound
4 foot
nothing.
nothing.
So he'll look awesome against Archer. But yeah, so they may not be doing anything. I don't know. Yeah, it might just be like, hey, everybody, don't forget.
Don't
we
forget
have
Lance
Jake
Archer's
Roberts
here.
for Lance Archer. So then we get basically nothing.
On Andrade El Idolo.
For one, they did the smart thing and just had JR pronounce in English. Andrade the Idol is what JR calls him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was an interview with JR. I might be wrong, but my takeaway from this was that it was a waste of time and did nothing.
I agree.
Oof, am I?
Go ahead.
Go.
My question was, they do know JR couldn't read the subtitles, right? Because when they started the subtitles, I'm like, he has an accent, but I can understand every word even if I'm not looking at the screen. And JR's the one that can't pronounce his name, so they really needed those for him. It did end with him saying there's a surprise coming. Anyone have any ideas?
So before we get to the surprise, let me just explain that. So the reason the subtitles were there is because half the promo was in Spanish. He was going in and out of English and Spanish.
Right.
Apparently I'm
So they just
bilingual.
subtitled the whole thing, just so
See.
it wasn't like clunky and weird when only the Spanish was subtitled.
See.
And I think I'm gonna take the guess that the surprise is gonna be Zelina Vega.
Also, just as I don't know if they did this on purpose, but the end of the interview, they faded to black. Get it?
Oh,
Wow, somebody's
Oh.
going deep into the.
I mean, if they're gonna hire Zelina, they might as well get her husband too, right?
Yeah. So there you go. I blew everyone's mind. Podcast silent. So anyway, Marvez goes to get gets an answer from Hangman. He accepted. He talks about basically they're doing the whole Hangman doesn't take anything serious. What's more important is that sweet jacket and Johnny Hundo's shoulders good and 10 or what's his name tried real hard.
Well, he's getting over as a leader now. He's making sure that we all know he actually understands what each member of the Dark Order's name is, and what their whole point in the order is. That's all.
I thought that Adam Page sounded legitimately drunk for this promo. I don't know if he was or not, but like he was slurring words.
He's just getting better at character work.
Yeah. I'm interested in the whole angle where like they keep asking Page about Kenny Omega and being a title contender and him just changing the subject. Like I'm interested in what they're going to do with it. I think it's an interesting story. I hope that it leads to a good story finally for Kenny Omega's title reign.
Yeah, I agree. I think they have been planting seeds for a while. Like, I think they do a lot of backbone booking where they know a year or two down the line what they want to do. I think it's been penciled in for a while that Page is going to be the guy that beats Omega. And I just think they're doing good character work leading up to it.
I agree.
Yeah.
The next match I did not watch. Penelope Ford
How dare you?
Penelope Ford versus Julia Hart. No.
If it means anything, I technically watched it twice.
Oh.
So you get to speak for yourself and Vance.
Yeah, speak for both
Yeah.
of us and go.
Well, for him, this was the best thing I've ever seen. I'm glad
Son
it went
of a-
the length it went.
Editor
The
guy. take
longer
that
the
out.
match went, the stronger they both looked. I will take the opposite and say the match went way too long. It went and got a lot sloppier the longer it went. And hot take, just because you're female doesn't mean you have to do gymnastics to hit a corner move, because neither of them hit the corner moves they tried after doing flips.
Wow, I see. Jeez, Jason's the angry women's wrestler guy.
Listen,
That's usually
I did
me.
watch this twice.
That's
So
true. Here, I wish Vance would have watched it. Maybe Cash can answer this for me, because I saw it from the point of view of a trainer. Like, Julia Hart's Super Green, this is probably like her 6th or 7th legit match as an actual wrestler.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, like, by no means is this match a 5-star classic or anything, but I thought it was really fucking good for somebody so green. None of the strikes looked like weak or anything. None of the running off the ropes looked weak. Like, the basics were there. She looked
Why
like
is-
she belonged.
Here's the problem. Why is your sixth match ever on TV, on national television?
Because she's a shoot cheerleader, and it makes sense for her to be with the Varsity Blondes.
But I wouldn't have her in a match. Just keep her with the Varsity Blondes, have her wrestle in dark.
Well, that's an AEW problem. Brock Anderson's first match
Yeah.
ever in the world is on live TV.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a problem.
tape TV.
Definitely a problem, yeah.
I agree with Draven. I don't. I thought it was an okay match. I mean, you know, like Draven said, definitely she's green. But I didn't think there were any glaring, too bad of things that made me just be turned off from this match. I do think that it sets up, depending on if Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford find a new friend, it can set up a potential good trios feud with Kip, Penelope, and whoever the third person would be against Julia Hart and Pillman.
That's a good idea.
I think you're way off the mark on that one.
Really?
In the sense that I think the subtleties here is that, Kip and Penelope, who's Miro going to get? And it's going to be Lana.
I hope they don't
Oh.
do that shit.
God, I hope that's not. I hope you're probably right, Draven, but I hope you're wrong.
I like what Cash laid out better, too.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys, but that's just what I
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
I'd rather
totally
than
right.
just let like 6 guys on the same level here, 6 guys and girls on the same level here, basically have a fun little trios thing. I mean, you are probably right.
But how?
I hope not.
How can Kip
I'm
be
hoping
competitive?
either of those options, because all I thought was, is this honestly building to a Sabian return that we're supposed to see him as the sympathetic face now? And they're
That's
going to try and
certainly
feud
gonna be a
after the way he got beat the hell up? Like,
No, can they ever make Kip Sabian a believable opponent for Miro?
No.
Or a believable baby.
more
face.
likable.
Don't just want to punch in the face.
Yeah,
Right.
he's got the most punchable face besides Cesar Bononi I've ever seen.
Yeah,
So
I
for
think
this overall for this match, like thinking of it as a trainer, I would be super proud of Julia Hart because she looked like she at least wasn't out of place. But the overall idea of this match, I actually really liked it because I feel like the whole reason for this match to be set up is because Tony Khan just wanted to do a Miro versus Pillman match, and he just found the quickest way there by getting the women involved.
right. Yeah, I thought Julia Hart looked better already than I don't know, half a dozen women on the WWE roster.
Agree.
Yeah, I think the beginning of the match was good. It just, I thought it went too long, and it just seemed like they were, I don't know if it was winded or just it got sloppier the longer it went. If it would have been a couple minutes shorter, I think it would have been one of the better women's matches probably that we've seen on AEW in a while.
Did it have a picture in picture at any point? Do you remember?
It did.
Then that's why it doesn't seem that long to me because I skipped through all that too.
Same. To be fair, Jason watched it twice, so his opinion
And,
probably
yeah, like,
than ours.
literally after the basketball game that Cash apparently watched through the whole first half of this show ended, I switched the channel at the local establishment I was sitting at and watched it with no sound and saw just that match and said, okay, I can't watch any more of this, and changed it. But then when I actually went back through and watched the whole show, I watched it with the sound and everything.
So it's obviously that basketball is a competitor for AEW because I was straight up just watched the game instead of this and had to catch up, and I had to fast forward through this because I thought we were doing the podcast yesterday night, and I was like, I don't have time. I'm running out of time. I got to hurry and finish this. So I was like, I'll skip this match. So that's
You
what happened.
explain to us why every time you have to fast forward through a match, you choose the women's match?
Because I don't like women's wrestling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unless
You're
it,
honest.
yeah, unless it's well, I forgot her name now.
Oh,
Charlotte.
No, well, Thunder Rosa is good too, but no.
Serena
Rose.
Deeb.
Serena Deeb, yeah, that girl.
Nyla Rose.
That girl, I will fight you. But
Wait, what? I don't get it.
Serena Deeb, or like if it was Britt Baker, or if it was Thunder Rosa, I'd probably watch it.
Well,
Tay
speaking of
Conti,
Britt
don't
Baker,
you leave Tay Conti out.
Hey, she's
Yeah.
all right. I'd probably, I'd probably watch it.
All right.
don't you dare leave my future wife out.
What the?
Who's your future
I
wife?
said Nyla Rose. I didn't.
Oh, I would hope that Cash has better taste than work rate.
I would hope that she gets better at what she does so she can support me.
There you go.
Fair,
More long term.
yeah, okay. speaking of better at what they do, Britt Baker's being interviewed by Shivani.
No, that transition didn't work for me. Try again.
All right. So speaking of future wives of Adam Cole, Britt Baker is no
of a guy named Cole.
Of a guy named Cole, yeah. Speaking of a Cole's wife, Britt Baker's up next. Is that one? Is that our good one?
The third one worked. Thank God we got that editor.
Yeah, third one's a charm. So okay, pretend all that ever happened. Speaking of a Cole's wife, Britt Baker is interviewed next by Tony Schiavone, and but Vicky Guerrero comes in and says something about the only thing you've done is provided cheeseburgers since you've been champion, which first of all is a great feature to have.
I was going to say, I love Remix because they give us fucking chicken sandwiches for catering.
Yeah, Ron Mathis, I'm 90% sure only takes his bookings for those chicken sandwiches. So, but yeah, I thought this promo wasn't very good, and that Vicky's going to wrestle sounds terrible.
Britt said, "We ain't playing games, and we aren't playing old maid."
I get it.
Like, I'm straight up saying, "You're old. Get out my face." And yes, good God, that tag match will be terrible.
Yeah.
The only thing that sticks out about this for me is they had the trademark Reba laugh at the end, and it reminds me that the AEW music guy actually made a theme song to just Reba laughing.
Wow.
Hilarious.
This whole thing is just a fucking waste of time, of like Britt Baker's time. She could actually be working matches and like putting over the importance of the belt, but instead she's going to be working fucking tag matches against Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero.
Here's where I half agree with you, half disagree. If she's got to work Nyla Rose, by all means, put Vicky Guerrero in there because Vicky's 10 times better than Nyla is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if you.
I guess, but do we have to just not? Can we just not do that? But whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess that's smarter than much.
Like, I just don't think Nyla Rose should be involved at all. I just think Britt Baker should be out there working people and winning and making the belt mean something. But I know she's the heel, but she can do
belts mean something. What is this?
It's a crazy concept that I thought AEW was gonna go with.
Well,
they had cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers. Come on now.
Well, I just feel right now both of their main champions, Kenny Omega and Britt Baker, are just they're
wasting time.
Yeah, it's just I'm not engaged in their storylines. Like,
I feel like they're just holding back, like just giving you like
for the specifically. I think this Nyla thing is literally going to be like a 2, 3, 4 week story and be done. Like once she gets through Nyla, they'll start to build on the live shows when they're back on the road for working at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, those days cannot come quick enough.
Speaking of coming quick enough, FTR and Santana Ortiz.
No,
what? Hang on. Edit that one out again. But speaking of coming about tag team matches.
Nope.
So,
that one worked for me. I'm good with that one.
Okay, we're going to go with it. FTR and Santana Ortiz.
It's because we're skipping something. Or did I skip something?
You skipped something. We got FTR.
Cash is wrong for once.
Santana Ortiz video package that I thought was really good.
I did. I
really liked it.
Okay, everyone liked it.
I didn't see it, so.
Oh, that was one of the better things on the card. And this we can skip Jake Cargill and Mark Sterling again. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey,
my only note is meh.
Yeah, I agree.
I literally just wrote Jade promo. Period.
I can't believe this is the best they can come up with to keep her relevant.
It is terrible.
Just have vignettes of her like being a fucking genetic freak, doing impressive things.
Yeah,
you can do that, and then do like another one where she's at the club being like hit on by dudes to get over. She's good looking. They can do more than just these stupid shits.
Yeah, all that sounds way better. You guys send them, Jason. Post it on your fanfic or something.
TK, get at me.
Get at me. She could basically be doing like Mr. Perfect type promos.
Yeah.
Like where she doesn't need a fucking. Well, I mean, he had Heenan, but whoever this guy.
No, originally he had the coach originally.
Yeah, the coach originally. Yeah. So she doesn't even need anybody like that, but she could just be doing. Yeah, I just don't understand. This is what they went with.
I get it. They get like 10 seconds to fit in something. They want to fit in as many people as they can, but they could be doing so much better.
Yeah.
Speaking of fitting in as many people as you can, next we have the trios tag match. And in my opinion, this is the worst trios tag match they've had so far.
Yeah.
As the match began, my note was, I feel bad for Carl Anderson that he gets stuck standing next to Gallows every night, and that if he wasn't roped into this and actually worked for AEW, he could probably be a contender for the TV title, but he's stuck doing all this, and then they ended up making him the workhorse of their team for most of the match.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start at the end. Super cutter deal, the top rope neck breaker thing he did was cool as fuck, I thought.
Yeah. I thought that was good. I kind of agree. I mean, I'm probably not as heavy on Carl Anderson as Jason is, but he is one of the better. He's definitely the better good brother. But he actually was one of the better things in the match. And Matt Jackson just didn't seem like he really wanted to be there that much. He did take a bunch of moves there at the end, But yeah, this was not a good trios match. A lot of them are
Go ahead, finish.
a lot of them were a bunch of good spots, but this didn't even really. They tried to do that. It just wasn't as good as a lot of the other ones they've had because there's more talented guys than the other ones.
I actually agree with you. I don't think the match itself was very good, but I do like the concept of them doing lots of trios matches so they don't burn through all the actual matches they have. That's one thing AEW's got over WWE right now. WWE's ran the fucking same matches 100,000 times.
Right.
But AEW tends to lean on trios matches to not burn through all their money matches.
Yeah.
I was mostly just apathetic about this match. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was good. But most trios matches, I'm always entertained by them. This one, I just really wasn't entertained. It's funny Draven mentions the trios thing because I do love that they do that. I think it's a great way to use the roster you have and keep fresh matchups and all that without giving away one-on-one matches or tag matches. But I know Draven hates titles, but I think it's only a matter of time until AEW brings back the WCW six-man tag titles.
That's a loaded way to bring that up because WCW is owned by WB. They can't bring back WCW's anything.
Yeah, but he means just trios titles, having trios titles.
Yeah, I think they will too.
He's like, yeah, I think they will. This is the thing I think of every time I see this is the Teddy Long SmackDown era where he's like, tonight we're going to have a six-man tag, and it's like all the baby faces versus the three main baby faces versus three of the main heels.
Yeah, but
did you just make up the things you thought Teddy Long was saying? Because it was always you're going to go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Well, he was set a tag match or a six-man tag match, but he did do the one-on-one with The Undertaker too a lot. But yeah.
But I do like though that they don't need to deal with that. We didn't need to see all six of these guys march out to the ring, and then somebody come out and be like, "You're in a six-man tag, playa."
Yeah.
It's just
good that it's just let's just have a six-man tag match, skip all the introduction to it. Yeah.
Here's not so much in this case because the Good Brothers are involved, but it's usually hey, here are six phenomenal workers. Enjoy them doing their thing.
So Omega, you probably know this if anyone does, but is a trios match any different rule-wise than a six-man tag? Is it like Lucha rules? If someone goes out, you can come in. It's not. Oh, it is?
No, trios is just the name they use instead of six-man tag because that's kind of like the dominant term of Mexico.
Okay.
They don't have them under lucha rules. They still have to make tags and shit.
Okay, I didn't know.
I always thought Chikara, when they did the trios, I didn't think they made you do tags.
But that was Chikara. They were half lucha libre promotion, half comic.
That's true. I always just kind of took them at their they're kind of the inventors of the trios in America.
Don't take Chikara at their word. Their word.
yeah. I mean, I did not say that. So, I do think though that if they make the a six-man trios titles, I think it'd be cool to see them. I think WCW kind of did this too, maybe, but I think it'd be cool to see it
on 3 count
on Dynamite and have have the Varsity Club win them.
Against 3 count?
Wait, Mike Rotunda and Kevin Sullivan?
Varsity, not Varsity Club. Who the fuck are they?
No. You stay with what you said.
The Varsity Blondes?
They Varsity Blues next.
Yeah, so I'd be like they could have the Varsity Blondes win the 6-man tag titles on Dynamite, making it kind of a good, like a big deal, but then kind of start making that your title for like Dark and Elevation and things like that.
I mean, you could bring in Bo Dallas and put him in the varsity,
Well,
whatever.
I got like a million fucking things shooting off in my head in that last statement. So for one, you think the 6-man tag titles, the trios titles should be intergender?
Yeah, I definitely do.
And you think the YouTube TV shows that nobody watches should have titles?
I mean, if AEW thinks that the YouTube shows that no one watches are their main way of booking things,
And to have Big Show, they paid multiple millions of dollars commentate.
then yes, I think they should probably use those
So
shows.
let's get in the time machine and go back to 2001. Do you think WWE should have had a Jacked or Metal title?
Yeah,
They did the European title, didn't they?
No, that was on Raw all the time. Well, now
but it was defended on Jacked a lot.
I will have to take your word for it because I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Jacked.
I just think if you're going to have shows that, like, you don't need to go overboard with the title, but I think it'd be nice if you're going to have shows with a lot of, like, up-and-coming talent, like, give them a bit of a purpose other than, like...
We will allow them to steal a gimmick from us and do the top of the class title where they have...
Yeah. No, I just think it'd be a good spot for the 6-man title. Like, you could have it defended over there.
Don't forget that they're about to have Rampage start too, so they're going to have a whole nother show. So
I just disagree that the enhancement shows that are there to get indie guys a look and pad the fake stats for records, I don't think that needs titles.
I would agree with you if AEW didn't treat those shows like the one of the main functions of their storytelling.
But do they? I've never once heard them reference
two of the matches of the show we're talking about now had people who shouldn't have been on TV anyway. So, and that's their main show.
Well, they all the time just, like, they'll have matches where it's just, like, based off of shit that happened on Dark or, like, where it originated there and you're supposed to know.
Is this one of my concussion blind spots? I don't remember a single one of these because it's always job matches on Dark and Elevation.
I've never seen Dark or Elevation ever, and I still am able to follow it, I think. So I don't think so. I think there's been a couple of times that
he's referencing at all.
I think a couple of times Omega's clarified maybe something that happened on Dark or Elevation.
Maybe I'm thinking more like being the Elite then.
Being the Elite, they used to do that more, and they seem to have gotten away from it some. They had that thing here recently where they had a backstage jumping that was only going to be on Being the Elite.
Dark and Elevation is straight up just indie dudes that aren't under contract versus name guys win records up.
Well, I mean, but
I still wouldn't have paid Paul. My problem still stands. I wouldn't have paid Paul White millions of dollars to commentate that.
What would you pay Paul White millions?
I would not pay him anything. But if I'm going to bring in like a name and have him be a commentator, why do they have him do the YouTube show?
Or if you're going to bring in a name to do your commentary at that kind of rate, wouldn't you bring in a name commentator?
Yeah.
No, you guys are missing the point. Tony Khan is an innovator. He's starting the first Haas commentator division.
Jesus. Well, I guess if we're going by your logic, though, that they shouldn't get a belt or anything, then I don't understand why they exist. Like, I don't understand why they advertise them.
Let's kill them all.
I just don't understand, like, what's the fucking point of the shows then? Like, who gives
There's multiple reasons, but the one that AEW has come out and admitted is when it comes to WWE just sold to the network, to Peacock, for $2 billion. They're trying to get their footage count up as high as they can. They want as many hours of footage, no matter how relevant or not, to get it up in case they ever sell their library down the line.
You do need to really pump it a lot to get it up. I've known from experience.
It is true.
Another reason is to look at indie guys, and another reason is to get the fake win records up.
I just don't think we need the fake win records then, and they can
Just
do it in a garage somewhere.
Do it Goldberg style.
1-1 or like what?
Do it Goldberg style. Just give them 7 or 8 in between Monday and Thursday Night Thunder.
I mean, he was doing house shows.
People know they don't work but once a week.
Yeah. But does anyone keep track? Like if Jungle Boy next week they added 2 to it, is someone going to be like, you know what? I'm going to go back and check Elevation and make sure the Jungle Boy did not falsely get a win. And
What
then
is
I'm
that?
going to write my congressman and let him know that AEW is fudging their fake fighting records.
You know how many people cite that cage match website as if it's the
that,
gospel?
Yeah.
that is true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Cage match has me about 400 matches under what I've actually had, so it's clearly not the gospel.
Yeah.
One
According
thing
to
about this
Christopher Daniels.
match.
See, we came full circle there.
One thing about this match that I wanted to mention that I first noticed on Elevation because Eric
Why do you
Cannon,
watch Elevation for one?
only because Eric Cannon was on there.
That's a good answer, actually.
That's
It
a good
was-
reason, actually. I like I'll make a about face real quick. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Elevation on Monday had Eric Cannon and Kevin Blackwood versus Kingston and Penta.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, it was a pretty short match, but it was pretty badass to see Eric Cannon on there. But it was the first time I noticed Kingston's music, and I fucking love it. I've been trying to find a version of it, like a copy of it online, and I can't find it. But it sounds like it's got like Castlevania music running through it. So if anybody knows what it is, please send it my way. Because
Ready
I've
for
lo-
rating?
I-
If you just
I
go
can
on
find-
YouTube and type Eddie Kingston theme music AEW, you should be able to.
I
find
could.
it.
The one that he was using. I can't find. It doesn't show up.
Well, who wants to give their rating first?
Oh, that's a thing. That's still a thing. I forgot that was a
Still
thing.
oh, wait. First, Draven, promo and match count.
17 segments. 11 of them were promos. 6 were matches. Of those 6 matches, 33% had a post-match attack.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, that sounds profound, but it's 2 out of 6.
Yeah, 2 out of 6. That's quite a bit, though.
Well, for AEW's normal, that's way under what they
And that's
normally
one
do.
match more than normal, too. I think they're usually a 5-match show.
Normally 5 match, yeah.
Yeah. And same amount of promos they still got in. That's about their normal promo length. It's somewhere around.
Actually, they normally get more. The MMA match went 20 minutes with no commercial breaks at the beginning of the show, actually,
Wow.
which is way out of left field for what they normally do.
It did get the State Farm podcast.
Yeah, do I
So here,
do I count that as a match? Do they actually have 7 matches because of that?
so I was going to make this joke earlier, and I somehow got lost when someone else made a good point about something. But does someone at State Farm have one of Khan's family members kidnapped, and he has to like plug in as much as
thing ever.
possible?
The CEO of State Farm is on the WWE board of directors, so I do not understand how they're
What?
W.
Huh.
That's big. That's weird.
Yeah, but I feel like
Super fucking weird.
TBS, I feel, and TNT, through their connection with the NBA
Oh, yeah.
and the NBA's connection with State Farm, like I feel like there's a whole
Right.
thing, there's a whole
That
system,
makes sense.
network there.
So we're
The
going to get,
NBA's main sponsor, State Farm. Yeah, that makes total sense, actually.
Yeah,
so Chris Paul's going to wrestle in one of these matches here for sure.
That's why he couldn't play tonight.
if he
Yeah.
can get out of the damn COVID shit,
I know. I hope he does soon, so the Suns can win the whole championship.
Suns and
True
4.
story. I used to have a store manager at a furniture moving store, and his name was Chris Paul.
Oh, and well, now he
Oh.
plays basketball, and he's pretty good. If you didn't know.
No, this was a white guy that looked like, actually, to bring it full circle, looked like the Talladega Nights guy that owned the team. It's exactly. Swear to God.
The exact opposite of NBA Chris Paul.
Yes. So, Cash, we don't go ratings first? I want to hear yours.
My rating for this show was a 30.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's what mine is. That's what I said. 30. I guess there's mine as well. 30 exactly.
I did not like the MMA thing. I liked the stuff surrounding it.
Yep,
Kind of like what you talked about. None of the promos were like just god awful. They were all fine. I did see 2 of them apparently.
you missed one of the really good ones. Was the video at the tag match? But yeah.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed Orange Cassidy and Benoni.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
I thought it was fun. Draven made a good point though. Like it is dumb now that I think about it that they can do the makeover thing and the best friends stand around. But I liked everything else in it. Cody Rhodes segment with Brock Anderson, that whole thing wasn't as offensive as I thought it was going to be.
I'm also a Peter Avalon fan now, but go ahead.
Yeah. Peter Avalon's good character work, so I mean,
Yeah.
Um,
Story here and little Peter Avalon fact. Do anyone remember in TNA in like 2013 when EC3 was a big deal
Yeah.
yeah.
and he lost to a jobber? There was like a 1-2-3 kid kind of thing.
No.
Vaguely.
Norv Furnham?
Yeah, yeah.
Norv
No.
Furnham is Peter Avalon.
Oh.
Go back and watch it on YouTube and it'll blow your mind.
I won't.
It'll blow something. What? And then yeah, like nothing. There was nothing amazing about the show, but there wasn't anything that I thought was too atrocious. So
That's
but-
why my rating came up.
I was
But it
very
didn't come up
apathetic.
much.
Yeah, I was very apathetic for the most part. Like it happened. I'm glad this is the last Friday one.
Jason?
So my rating, I legit gave it a 50 initially
Woo!
because I was apathetic about everything. Like nothing was terrible. I liked the first round of the MMA stuff. I liked the beginning of the women's match. I just thought it got too long. I liked part of the Cassidy Bononi match. I enjoyed the Jungle Boy Omega promo. Again, I tried to give it 100 just for Jake and the reason this man's not a doctor is because he has no damn patience. That's hilarious.
Dad jokes hitting home runs.
Exactly. That's all I need in my, especially with Archer just running around the background looking crazy and Jake standing there just making stupid dad jokes. Like, it's great. The FTR Ortiz and Santana promo really hypes up when they finally do get in there. But yeah, like nothing was terrible. Like there were some things that we just could have did without completely. The Jade promo, the Hardy cage thing.
Jason's rundown makes me want to go 35.
So but
Wait till mine and go way up.
So after we talked, so my 50 has dropped to a 45. But that's why. Like it was legit. Yeah, half the show was okay. The other half just wasn't okay.
He brought me up to 35, so sorry, Cash, I got abandoned to 30.
That's fine.
So
see you later, you son of a bitch.
We all agree that they mailed this shit in. They've been mailing it in since they've been doing these Friday shows, the Saturday shows while they're not live.
Oh yeah.
As a show, overall, this was middle of the road. I gave it a 53.
Wow. The reverse of my number.
I actually liked the Cody match. I thought Brock looked bad, but I thought the overall aesthetic of it all made sense because I really do think it's leading to a Cody heel turn. And if you view it in that vein, I think it made a lot of sense and it was a good segment. I really like the FTR promo. I like Julia Hart. I mean, she had a match and stuff, but I really like Julia Hart.
I like her as a person.
So 53, man, 53.
Wow, that's way up from what was your last one? It was like your
last week was like 20 or 25 or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he doubled it for you. Well,
yeah.
All right.
So I'm the low man on this one.
Yeah, I'm right. So yeah, it goes
well,
Cash
you are
lowest.
because the intervention hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he can't gamble on pro wrestling, so it pisses him off. So, which I thought you could maybe gamble on Mania. Like,
no, you can gamble on pro wrestling. There's sites that do it, but WWE it's all WWE shit, and WWE usually gives them the results ahead of time, so you can't really win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the way they do it is like so. FanDuel Sportsbook doesn't take actual bets, but DraftKings does, and it's one of those bullshit things where you're like, pick five choices or whatever, and if you win part of 25,000, things like that. So.
Well, I'm talking about the stuff that Meltzer gives odds for on his rundowns on the website. There's legit sports bet.
Vegas actually does gambling on wrestling.
Yeah, you have to go through like an actual Vegas, like a
casino or like.
But what Meltzer talks about is 95% of the time they get the results ahead of time, but like 5% of the time they will purposely tell the people the wrong result, and then they will make all the bets to make all the money.
That's what I always figured was happening. Yeah.
So speaking of knowing the results, so Cash has got a story too, but here's a real quick story. So the night
Wait, that's a weird way to get into a story. Cash has a story, but hey, here's
the
a real quick.
results. The results, and then the story that I remember we had to do that too. But so the night after Batista, Triple H, Hell in a Cell, whatever pay-per-view that was, it was in Columbus, Ohio. We went to Raw, and we got there way early as me and a couple buddies. And we're trying to go around the building or whatever, like, because we don't know which side we're supposed to go in. There's no one there yet. So we're walking around, and there's an unlocked door. We go in an unlocked door, start walking down a hallway, like, trying to find where to go. There is a whiteboard from the night before that has the pay-per-view and has all the winners circled or whatever. And then someone drew with a Sharpie on there, like it said Triple H, Batista, Hell in a Cell or whatever, and I didn't remember who won at the time. I think Batista had him circled or whatever. And someone had drawn a little mini Hell in a Cell, like a 3D perspective. And we actually took a picture of it on a disposable camera because it was that time of it was those days. But yeah, so it's
Do you
weird.
still have the picture that developed?
The person who took it died, and I think it's Vince's fault. So that's where I was getting to. So he's dead.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And I think it's because
that story took a damn turn for one we never asked to hear to begin with.
yeah. So
I was thinking, hey, that would probably play well on the internet. Let's put that on our socials and stuff. And then the guy died.
No, he did die, but it was way later. So, but yeah, we got a picture of the board, and so apparently, if you had that and you could gamble, like whoever's in the back could just go and hurry and win all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are also the odds. Like you put $1 on, or if you put $100 on Reigns to win, you win $1. You know what I'm saying? Like the odds.
Yeah, the odds may be terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, the odds would be terrible, I'm sure. Like if you would have put money on Reigns to beat Rey Mysterio on Friday SmackDown, like yeah, you'd have to do 1,000 to win like $1.
You could bet $10,000. You'd probably only win $12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not into that kind of juice.
Well, speaking of you being on
Speaking of
juice,
juice,
yeah, tell your story here, what you wrote.
So, this is becoming a fun game I play where I dig through random files and notebooks and things, and I find things that I've written down in various states of consciousness. And I found one last week while I was digging around, and the title of the file was Netflix series Pro Wrestling. So I open that up, and here's what I have wrote. I just basically did some notes on what this show would be. So it's a pro wrestling promotion involved in money laundering and drug running. Where the promoter is the main antagonist, and he's the main bad guy, and it would open up first scene of the show. This young guy, he just got done working his first match. He's like coming to the back. He walks into the locker room, and he walks in on a drug deal going down. Well, then everybody convinces him, this is part of the show later. This is a promo we're rehearsing. and he's like, oh, okay, whatever, And then at the end of the episode, we see him get taken away somewhere and like killed. So that's kind of like the intro to the show. The protagonist would be he's in the promotion, but he's trying to shut them down. His father was a professional wrestler.
This is Sons of Anarchy.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is Sons of Anarchy, but wrestling.
You are completely right, I think. Because yeah, so wait till I read the next line. I did rip off Sons of Anarchy. So his father was a professional wrestler who was murdered after a show, and it was the protagonist.
Yeah, you did. That's the complete.
No, I can actually pinpoint the moment in time Cash wrote this. He's watching TNA, he's seeing aces and eights. He's like, well, they're ripping off all the biker shit without any of the context. Let me write this show up.
And also, Sons of Anarchy is a ripoff of Hamlet. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
And then there would be a scene where, like, the main character, the main good guy, he picks up a quote-unquote ring rat. It turns out she's working undercover for, like, the DEA or the FBI or whatever. But I did put character names would include Desmond, Draven, Cross, Chance. So I included you guys.
I got killing. I'm happy.
I will do it, but we need to negotiate lots of money.
I did not.
I will do it for free.
Thank you, Draven.
Free
Yeah,
and the rats.
sucker.
Because, that's probably good because we're definitely getting sued for ripping off Sons of Anarchy.
Well, yeah, Vance would be the lead character. He's got long hair and a beard, kind of like Jax. I guess I would be Juice. Am I Juice?
Does Cash have to be Opie then?
Yeah, I'm willing to do what has to happen at some point.
Huh.
Yeah, so thank you for pointing out. I didn't
Jason-
realize it.
Hold on,
Jason.
I get
Jason's
to be
Chucky,
half
right?
sack. I get to be half sack.
Yes.
I think Jason just admitted something about himself there.
Oh, I meant Chib.
I think it's long enough that Sons of Anarchy's been off the air that we can bring this back out.
Well, now we have to. Good thing we got the editor guy take all this out, so this won't
Yeah.
be used as evidence in the plagiarism.
Deposition.
Deposition.
I can't wait to meet this editor guy.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. He was. You saw him on the show. He was taking partners with Darby Allin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He had a good performance.
All right, and with that, we will be sued. So good night, everyone.
Jason, do the John Cena entrance call.
His kids are asleep.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Do it anyways. Be a bad dad.
There it is.
There it is.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Later.